Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Your Michigan Compass. Today, we're gonna explore the National House Inn because rumor has it, it's haunted. Before we talk about any of the paranormal activity here, I wanted to make sure that we don't discourage anyone from visiting the National House Inn Bed and Breakfast. Guest service is excellent, the rooms are extremely clean, it's full of rich history, and the pricing is very reasonable. Let's start by taking a look at the history of the National House Inn. The inn was the first brick building built in the county back in 1835 by Colonel Andrew Mann, and it was known as Mann's Hotel. In 1878, it was converted to a factory called Windmills and Wagons. In the early 1900s, it was changed yet again into luxury apartments. Finally, in the early 1970s, it was remodeled and reopened in 1976 as the bed and breakfast that is there today. The inn features hidden rooms and a tunnel in the basement, which was once used for the Underground Railroad. When we arrived at the front desk, the innkeeper, Chelsea, was very friendly and able to answer all of our questions. Just past the entrance, next to the front desk, is an original fireplace where guests can sit, relax, and talk and enjoy the warmth of the fire. The original wood plank flooring in the entryway creaks as you walk across it, reminding you that this is a historical and very old building. At the front entryway, there's a table that has brochures about different places and attractions to visit in and around town. While breakfast is the only meal that's served here, the dining room is open all day long. You can always come in and get a coffee or a tea. It's spacious and there's plenty of room for all the guests. Breakfast is served for a few hours each morning and it's located on this table next to the coffee station. During our stay, breakfast consisted of juice, fruit, pastries, hard-boiled eggs, and a cheese and egg quiche. You can also get toast or English muffins with your choice of honey, butter, or jam. And if none of this sounds appealing, you can also ask for a waffle, which they'll make fresh for you. An assortment of toppings can be found at the tea station. Now let's head upstairs and take a look at some of the rooms. There are rooms located both on the main floor and on the second floor. There are several wings that have rooms grouped together. If you're staying with a party, you may want to consider renting an entire wing. Each room has its own unique furniture and decor. You'll find a plaque outside each doorway with the name of the room and some detail about the person it was named after. Each room also has its own bathroom, though they vary in size. At the top of the staircase, there's a seating area where guests can get together and meet up and talk. Many of the rooms have artwork, usually of children, which some might find a bit creepy. There's another wing back this way with 3 rooms. This one is currently being made up and ready for the next guest. This hallway leads to the main part of the building where the majority of the rooms are located. All of the rooms do have a small flat screen TV. At the end of the hallway, there's a second staircase, and you can use whichever is convenient to get to your room. And now we'll head back downstairs and take a look at the remaining rooms in this section of the building. This is the Ketchum Suite. This is definitely one of the nicer rooms in the bed and breakfast for sure. Just the way it's decorated, there's lots of vintage items placed throughout the room. The woodwork of the furniture is very detailed. That Chase lounge is just amazing. Look at that. And we're going to head back into the parlor room, as they used to call it. Look at that old wardrobe trunk. And the vintage top hat, amazing. Underneath the staircase we just came down a few minutes ago is a telephone room. This is where they used to make phone calls and whatnot. And they say there's a little area in there where people could hide back in the days when they were using the Underground Railroad. So a very cool historical fact. Down the hallway and back towards the front of the building is another seating area, and that seating area is connected to the dining room. And now we're going to head back up that staircase that we came down a few minutes ago, because the room we stayed in is right at the top. On the first night of our weekend adventure, we stayed in the Charles Dickey room. The Charles Dickey room is said to be the paranormal hotspot of the National House Inn. Past guests have reported pictures falling off the wall. Some guests have complained of nightmares that they don't usually have. Others say they can smell cigar smoke when no one in the room or anywhere near has been smoking. Some have even said they smell rotting flesh. Not being the type of person who normally believes in this sort of thing, I had to find out for myself. I quickly researched YouTube to find out what tools would be needed. As it turns out, I had most of those tools. The only one I needed was the electromagnetic field reader. All right, we're here at the National House Inn in Marshall, Michigan. This is the Charles Dickey room. It is supposedly very haunted. This is the most haunted room here at this bed and breakfast. And we were playing around with a little recorder earlier to see if we could get any sounds or anything to go off. We did notice that while recording, we got some strange occurrences going on. And I'm going to play those back for you right now. If there's anyone here, let us know you're here. What is your name? How long have you been here? We attempted to record audio several times over the weekend, but only once did we get something that could be interpreted as a response.
If you're there, make a bumping sound. Make a bumping sound. Or a thump.
All right, guys, so we're in the Charles Dickey room. We just spent the night here. Did not notice anything strange over the evening, so hard to say. I took a time-lapse video of the entire evening in 3 different segments, once while we were out to dinner, once when we were downstairs hanging out, and again after we came back. So we'll see if there's anything going on in this room while we were sleeping or away. This first time-lapse video was taken while we were sleeping on our first night. I had mounted the GoPro to the bed frame, and you'll notice a flashing light going off. I brought 2 motion sensing lights with me. I placed one on the table at the end of our bed and the other in the bathroom. I noticed that occasionally when we'd move, it would set off the one at the end of the table, and sometimes there was enough light to create a shadow triggering the one in the bathroom. Now watch very carefully. Did you notice that light in the bathroom? The other light did not set it off, nor did it pick up my motion as it was aimed away from the door. My wife and I were both in bed the entire time. Let's watch that clip again. I'll slow it down this time. Did you see it? Let's try one more time, even slower. Even I have to admit, that's rather strange. I found one other odd occurrence that took place while we were out to dinner. Watch the wall on the right towards the ceiling. Did you see it? Let's watch again. Electromagnetic field meters are used to detect sudden bursts of energy or magnetic fields. It is said that paranormal activity can sometimes set these off. I happen to have an EMF reader here. It tells me about electromagnetic fields. If there's a spike, the screen will turn red and the numbers on the screen will go up. Did not see anything yesterday when we tested. We're going to test once more, and just to see if there's any difference. Not really getting a reading at all. No change. You'll notice I'm going to go over here by the alarm clock. Certain electronic devices will set this off. I haven't seen any change in the readings, but if you watch when I get closer to this clock here, you will notice a change and it'll go off. There's a slight electromagnetic field right next to that, right emanating from that clock, and that will set it off. Microwaves will also set this off. You'd be surprised how much a microwave will set off the EMF reader here. All right, so I really didn't get... Okay, that was strange. I got like chills. Why did this just go off? Okay, that was weird. The meter shot up to 0.42. I had been getting readings of 0 the entire time. I was completely caught off guard and didn't even finish filming this segment. On our second day, we moved into the Pratt Suite. The rooms are located right next to each other, and yet, once we moved into the other room, we didn't experience any other strange occurrences.
All right, this is the Pratt Suite. This is the bedroom. Located inside the bedroom is a small little bathroom. Right across the short little hallway here, we have a shower. And then right next door, we have a seating room. This will be nice to hang out at night with some friends. And there is another bathroom right here. And if you look right out this window, it's going to get bright for a second. We have a nice view of downtown Marshall. Right there is the fountain.
So, is the National House Inn haunted? We don't know. We did experience some strange things while we were here, especially in the Dickey room, but it's hard to say. You be the judge. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give us a big thumbs up, like the video, and click on the compass to subscribe to future videos. It doesn't cost a thing, and you'll know when we put out our next video. Don't forget, adventure is just a short drive away.